it's Diane coming to you from the Body Mind Center, just giving you a little yoga today. Since we can't all be together here in the studio, I thought I would give you a little practice online just to keep you busy, keep you occupied, keep you a little bit distracted. This one is called, I'll call it Let It Snow and Let It Go. Just let go of everything, all of that stress, all of that tension that you might be feeling right now. Just dedicate the next 30 or so minutes to yourself. So grab a mat, we're gonna grab some blocks, grab a chair, grab your puppy, whatever you need to let your body relax. We're gonna start standing here, nice little flow for you. So bring those feet about hip distance apart. We're gonna take a breath in, and on that exhale, just lift the arms up. We'll inhale, exhale, send those arms down wide. Bring those hands together to your heart center. From here, we'll close the eyes. Just take a breath in through the nose. Inflate the belly, the chest, the lungs, and on the exhale, send all of that air out through the nose. We'll inhale and exhale. Pretend you have that little mirror at the back of your throat. You can gently fog it up. Make that noise here, that Darth Vader noise, or very, very gentle oceany noise. And on your next inhale, send those arms wide. We're gonna open those eyes. Hands go up, palms face each other. And then exhale, we're counting down. We're gonna come to the front of your mat, coming into mountain pose. Feet are about hip distance apart. Have those tummies just slightly in, chest lifted, crown of the head always reaching up here. We're looking to get that tall, tall spine. Softening those knees. We'll take a breath in and reach the hands up, palms touching. You can bring that gaze up. And on the exhale, send those arms wide. Bring a big bend into the knees. Nice big bend here. Bring your belly or your chest down to your thighs. Hands go down to the mat or some blocks. And then let the head hang down. There we go. Just do a little rock side to side. Warming the hips up. Warm that low back up. And then coming back to center, back to stillness. We'll inhale. On the exhale, just rolling up that imaginary wall here. We're gonna stack the pelvis, then the ribs, then the shoulders, and then the head comes right up over the shoulders. Inhale, send those arms up. Exhale, arms are going down. We're coming back down into a nice big forward fold. I want that great big bend into the knees. Just pretend you're in my class right now. You know I'd be yelling at you, bend those knees. Get that flexibility here from the hips, not so much from the mid-back. From here, let's bring the forehead toward the shin or the knee, staring through the legs. You can work on straightening those legs out a little bit, so you're gonna get some work into the hamstrings. On your next exhale, we're gonna come all the way up. Take a breath in when you're at the top. And on the exhale, hands come down to your heart center. Here we go, a little bend in the knees. We'll inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. A little bit, a great big bend into the knees. Bring the forehead toward the shin or the knees. Stare through the legs. Work on straightening those legs out from there. Feel that work on the back of the legs. Inhale, let's come halfway up. Creating that upside down L here. Pressing the hips toward the back of your mat, back of your blankie, back of the floor, back wall. Crown of the head goes forward. I'm lifting the sternum here like I'm showing off a little necklace. From here, we'll bend the knees, plant those hands to either side of the feet. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. We'll press into the pads of the fingers. Have some air between the middle of the fingers and your mat or the floor or your blankie. We're going to walk back just about 3/4 of our plank way back. And then once you're here, we'll lower those knees down, coming into tabletop position. Everything usually stacked here. Those knees right under the hips, hands under the shoulders. If your wrists are a little bit stiff, you're gonna walk those hands forward just a little bit. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, we're coming back into child's pose. Hips go back toward the heels. Forehead goes down to the mat, or even grab a block here. Make your neck comfy. Walk the hands forward a little bit, straightening those arms a little bit more up. We'll inhale. On the exhale, we're coming up through tabletop. We're gonna make this like a kitty cat stretch. Just draw the tummy toward the spine. Shift the weight forward. Gaze goes just beyond those hands a little bit. We'll inhale. Exhale, coming back through tabletop into child's pose. We'll inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Tabletop or kitty cat stretch. Shifting the weight forward. I'm pressing that mat away to keep my shoulders stable. Inhale. Exhale. exhale, back through tabletop into child's pose. Once we're here, we circle those wrists around, always giving them a little love, a little massage. Stopping any point during your practice, even during some poses, and give the wrists a little bit of love. Palms go back onto the mat, take a breath in. And on the exhale, we're coming back into our tabletop position. From here, fingertips spread nice and wide. We're gonna flip the toes, send those heels up. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, the hips are going up and back into just a quick little down dog. I just want you to pedal the feet up here, warming those legs up a little bit. Just a few times. All right. And then coming back to stillness, we'll inhale, exhale, lowering those knees down, back into child's pose. Bring the shoelace or the top part of the feet onto the mat. Take a breath in. On the exhale, one more time, up through that kitty cat or tabletop position, pressing the mat away. Weight shifts forward a little bit. Inhale, exhale, we come back into that child's pose. Circle the wrists again, a little bit of a massage. Palms go back onto the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, we're coming back into tabletop. From here, we flip the toes, send those heels up toward our sky. Take a breath in. On the exhale, start to press that mat away before you move. Draw the tummy toward the spine. And then press the hips up and back. Coming into down dog. I always pedal the feet out here just to warm the legs up and keep them warmed up. So options for you here. You can always widen that stance. And you see as I bend my knees, I'm working on getting the head down between the arms. At the same time, I'm pressing the chest toward the thighs. Keeping my gaze around my big toes or a little bit before, just to keep my neck nice and comfy and neutral. Okay, from here, back to stillness. We'll inhale, that right leg goes straight up. On the exhale, we're coming into scorpion tail. You give that knee a bend, pressing into the hand, so equal amounts of weight into each hand. Then you can have the gaze at that left big toe. You always have that option here. You can straighten the top leg up, just a little bit more work for the back of that left leg. And then give that knee a bend. We come back into scorpion tail. We're still pressing that right knee up. And on your exhale, keep that bend in the knee and let's send that foot forward. We'll plant it between the hands or give it a little or a big scooch forward. And then once you're here, lower that left knee and the top part of the foot down, and we come back onto the right heel. So 3 options for you here. You can press the belly or the chest toward the thigh, forehead toward the shin of the knee, and that hip back toward the left heel. Just different ways you can intensify your stretch. Just make sure you're able to breathe here as full exhales. We'll inhale. On the exhale, shifting that weight forward back onto the right foot. You'll press into that right foot, draw the tummy in, chest lifted. We're coming all the way up into a low lunge with those arms. We'll inhale. On the exhale, reaching the fingers wide. We're going to place those hands into your imaginary back pockets, just opening across the chest and the shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, releasing the hands from the back pockets. We're coming out, palms are facing each other. Inhale. On the exhale, lower the hands to either side of that right foot. Let's lift that left knee up. From here, you can use a block. I always use a block for this one. You can bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot, using a block here or a pillow. You can even have your hand up on a chair. You can also have this left knee up or down. I like to work with that knee up. From here, I'm drawing the tummy toward the spine, get a little lift in the body, and that left arm goes up, working on that sideways T. Back heel is up. Take a breath in, and exhale. Take another breath in, and on the exhale, I untwist. My left hand is going to replace the right. Right arm is going up. Watch the weight in that right foot. You want it equal between the heel, little toe, and big toe. And that right arm goes up. Take a breath in, and exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, we untwist. Hands go to either side of that right foot. Now we're coming back into down dog again. Always pedaling the feet out, so we're working on keeping those legs nice and warmed up. Getting the head down between the arms, so I'm pressing the chest toward the thighs, feeling some work on the back of the legs. And then come back to stillness. Inhale, that left leg goes up, still pressing the chest toward that right thigh. From here, give that left knee a bend into that scorpion tail, equal amounts of weight into each hand. So I haven't shifted too far forward. I'm kind of in that three-legged down dog. And then you can reach that foot up if you like. Have the gaze at the right big toe. Give that knee a bend. Bringing the hips level with each other or with the mat. And then from here, keep that bend in the knee. We'll send that foot forward. You can plant it between the hands or give it a little or a big scooch forward. And then once you're here, lower that right knee, right top part of the foot, and then come on back onto that left heel. Pressing the chest toward the thigh, forehead toward the shin of the knee, and that hip back toward that right heel. And take a few breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. And then we'll shift the weight forward, coming back onto the left foot. Press into that left foot, draw the tummy toward the spine. We're coming up. Create a little width here across the back and the chest, just so this isn't happening. You're not scrunching the shoulders up toward the ears. We'll inhale. On the exhale, reaching those fingers wide, circling down and back. Hands are going into the imaginary back pockets. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, let's come on back up. Palms are facing each other. We'll inhale. And on the exhale, lower the hands to either side of that left foot. You can have that right knee up or down. I'm going to work with that knee up. I'm also going to work with a block here. Placing that block or your hand or your little pillow or your chair to the inside of that left foot. I'm going to get some lift here. Draw that tummy toward the spine. The right arm goes up. Working on our sideways T here. Reaching those fingers up. We'll inhale. Exhale. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, we untwist. Right hand replaces the left. We're going to watch the weight in that left foot. Sometimes it'll go right to that outer edge. So equal between that heel, the big toe, and your little toe. Drawing that tummy away from that left thigh, you'll send that left arm up. So sideways T here. Take that gaze as high as you like. And exhale. Inhale. On the exhale, we untwist. Hands go to either side of the left foot. We're coming back into down dog. Always an opportunity to pedal the feet out. Keeping the legs warm up. Pressing the chest toward the thighs. Gazing around those big toes. You can always widen that stance. You can walk the feet in. You can walk the feet back. So creating a little bit longer or shorter down dog. Coming back to stillness. We'll lift the heels, bend the knees, take your gaze forward because that's where we're going, and you can walk or softly float to the front of your mat. Once we're here, we'll inhale, come halfway up, crown the head reaches forward, hips are pressing back. Exhale, fold all the way forward, big bend into the knees, belly or chest down to the thighs, hands go down to the mat, and then work on straightening the legs out there. Getting all that mobility here from the hips, not so much from the mid-back. On your next inhale, arms go out wide to a T. Now you just lift the chest away from the thighs, hinging at the hip, like a little wheel at the hip, coming up fairly straight back. Reaching those fingers up, palms touching, and then exhale down to your heart center. Get a little wiggle out, take a little break, grab a drink here if you need a drink. Give the puppy a little pet. Okay, let's come back into our mountain pose in the front of your mat. Take a few breaths here. Great resting pose if you need a little break. You just hang out here. Really, really nice way to calm the mind and the body. And you can breathe out through the mouth, sometimes through the nose, just doesn't cut it, doesn't get rid of that tension. Next inhale, those arms are coming down all the way up, palms touching. Exhale, fold all the way forward like you're diving down into that little pool. Big bend and little bend into the knees. Inhale, we come halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands. This time we're going to come back into that plank position, everybody's favorite. I'm going to walk back, but you are more than welcome to hop back. Just watch your low back. All right, body's in that straight line here, pretty much a straight line. Hands are under the shoulders. I'm pressing the mat away so I stabilize my shoulders. If you're doing this or you're pressing that booty up, you want to lower the knees down. You're still working just as hard. You're just protecting your low back. Okay, for around here, we're going to do a little shift forward. I'm pressing the mat away. You can see I'm up on my toes, and then I'm going to chaturanga down. My elbows stay snug to the side and they point to the back so they don't go out to the side. I'm gonna come all the way down, lowering my body down at the same rate. Shoelace part of the feet go onto the mat. With an inhale, I press that mat away and come into up dog. You can have knees up or down. Crown of the head goes up. And on the exhale, coming back into your down dog. Now you can go through tabletop, or you can roll on the toes, flip the feet, send the hips up and back, heels up, heels down. More about that great length of the spine here than crowding the heels down to the mat. Well, once we're here, we're gonna inhale, that right leg goes up. Exhale, give that knee a bend, send that foot forward, plant it between the hands, or give it a little or a big scooch forward. Pressing into that right foot, two options to come up, hands out to the front, always that width across the back and the chest, or hands just above the knee, and make your way up into your high lunge, your crescent lunge, that back heel is up. All right, watching the alignment on that front leg, you want knee and ankle stacked or tracked, or that knee behind your ankle. We'll take a breath in, and on the exhale, we're gonna pivot that back foot, that left foot, until it's kind of parallel with the back of your mat, and the arms are going down in line with your shoulders. You can line up front heel, back arch if you like, but you can always heel toe out if you need a little bit more stable base. From here, you're reaching those fingers toward the front and the back of your mat and gaze over those right middle fingers. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, we'll come into our reverse warrior. The left hand is going to the left thigh, right arm comes up and back. Options here, you can slide the hand down the thigh or wrap that hand around the back and reach for the opposite hip. Take a few breaths here. Watching that front knee, you want hip, knee, second and third toe all in a line. We'll take a breath in. And on the exhale, we'll come back into those warrior two arms. Shoulders are relaxed. If you're finding this happening, we do this. Automatically gets the shoulders out of the ears. And then you just rotate from the elbow. We'll inhale. On the exhale, put a little bend into that right arm and rest it just above your right knee. We'll float that left arm straight up. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, let's bring that left arm over the face or over the ear, just depending on where the gaze is. Working on creating a straight line here from the heel to the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, left arm goes straight back up. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, press into that right foot, draw the tummy toward the spine. We'll come back into our warrior two. Take time with your alignment here. We'll inhale, exhale, back into reverse warrior. Watch that front knee, make sure it doesn't splay in. You're gonna fight against those inner thigh muscles, those adductor muscles here. We'll inhale, exhale, back into our warrior two. From here, a little balance challenge. We are going to pivot that back foot into a crescent lunge foot. The heel is coming up, and then we're coming into some airplane arms here. There we go. Inhale, let's bring those arms up. We're working the shoulders. And on the exhale, lowering the hands to either side of that right foot. We're coming back into, yes, you guessed it, plank position. Knees up or down here, hands right under the shoulders. You know, if you were in my class right now, I'd be telling you to lower those knees down. Okay, shifting the weight forward. I'm up onto my toes. I'm gonna lower my knees for this one, and then just lower my body down. Taking my time, using the muscles here, not momentum. Press that mat away, crown of the head goes up. And then exhale, back into down dog. You can roll on the toes, you can flip the feet, go through tabletop, and once you're up, make it your down dog. On your next inhale, that left leg goes straight up. Exhale, bend that knee, send the foot forward, plant it between the hands, or give it a little or a big scooch forward. You press into that left foot, press away with the right leg. You're trying to spread that mat out between your feet. We're coming up, taking your time. Inhale, exhale, pivot that back foot, bring it kind of parallel to the back of your mat. You can work on lining up that front heel, back arch, and reaching those fingers in opposite direction. I'm gonna gaze over that left middle finger. Inhale, reaching up with the crown of the head, getting some length there to the back, and then back into a reverse warrior. You can slide that right hand down the thigh, or wrap it around the hip, or wrap it around the back, and then just reach for the opposite hip. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, we're coming back into warrior two. little bit of this if you're finding this happening, and then just rotate, keeping the shoulders down. Take a breath in. On the exhale, give that left elbow a little bend, and then rest it just above the left knee. That right arm is floating straight up. Take a breath in. On your exhale, bring that right arm over the face, over the ear, straight line here. Work on that straight line from the heel to the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Right arm goes straight back up. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, draw the tummy in. Press into that left foot. Let's come all the way back into our warrior two. Once you're here, we inhale, reach up to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, left arm goes back. Slide that right hand down the thigh or wrap it around the back and reach for the opposite hip. Watch this front leg here. Make sure it's not in too much. Take a breath in. On the exhale, back into warrior two. Inhale. A little balance challenge here. Let's come into a crescent lunge leg. We're going to pivot. Heel is up and a little airplane arm. Toes are pointing toward the front of your mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, lower those hands to either side of the left foot. We're coming back into plank. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Start to press that mat away with the hands, and you end up back into plank. I gaze down between my hands here, just keeping my neck comfortable and neutral. Shift the weight forward, chaturanga down. Very controlled here. Inhale into up dog. And then exhale back into your down dog. And then once we're here, we'll lift the heels, bend the knees, draw that tummy away from the mat or toward the spine. Gaze goes forward because that's where we're going. Lock or softly float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up, upside down L. Feel that work on the back of the legs. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Big bend into the knees, belly your chest down to the thighs. Work on straightening the legs from here, staring through the legs. Inhale, arms go wide to a T. Lifting the chest away from the thighs. We're coming all the way up. Reaching up, and then exhale down. We'll inhale, arms are coming up. Exhale, fold all the way forward and bring those arms out in front this time. Coming down, big bend into the knees. Bringing the forehead toward the shin of the knees. Inhale, halfway up, upside down L. Hands can be on the mat, the shins, some blocks, the pillow, your thighs. Exhale, bend the knees, pull out the hands, walk, or softly float back into plank. Hands right under the shoulders, gaze down between the hands. Keep your neck neutral. Press that mat away, draw the tummy away from the mat. Shift your weight forward and lower your body down. Knees up or down, watch your low back here. Press that mat away, crown of the head goes up. Exhale, back into your down dog. Inhale, right leg goes straight up. Exhale, give that knee a bend. Let's send that foot forward, plant it between the hands, or give it a little big scooch forward again. Press into that right foot. We're coming all the way up into crescent lunge, or that high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, let's circle those hands down. Place them into your imaginary back pockets. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. They're coming up. Inhale. Exhale, we're coming down. A little snow coming down. Back into plank. There we go. Press that mat away. Draw the tummy in. Shift your weight forward. And lower your body down. Inhale, up dog. Get those thighs, give the glutes a little squeeze. You're having some tension in the low back. And then exhale back into your down dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, give the knee a bend. Send the foot forward, plant it between the hands. Press into that left foot, press away with the right. We'll come all the way up. Once we're here, we circle the hands down into the imaginary back pockets. Inhale. Exhale, release those hands. We're coming up, palms facing each other, always at width across the back and the chest. Inhale. Exhale, let it snow. We're coming down, hands to either side of that left foot, back into your plank position. Building up that inner fire, getting that heart rate up a little bit. Shift your weight forward and lower your body down. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale back into your down dog. We'll lift the heels, bend the knees, draw that tummy away from the mat. Walk or softly float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold all the way forward, big bend into the knees. Inhale, arms go out to the side, lifting the chest away from the thighs, like you have that little wheel at the hip. Going all the way up, and then exhale down. We'll inhale, arms are coming up. Exhale, fold all the way forward, let it snow as we come down. Inhale, halfway up. Let's bend the knees, plant those hands. We're gonna walk 3/4 of our plank way back. So when we lower those knees, we end up back into tabletop position. All right, realigning here. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Unless you have to walk those hands away, you can even come up onto a chair or some blocks here if you're feeling lots and lots of tension in the wrist. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, we're gonna come back into child's pose. I'm gonna get those blocks. I'm gonna scooch forward and then just straightening the arms a little bit more. Take a breath in. On the exhale, let's walk the hands over to the left. If you want a little bit more stretch, once your hands are onto the floor, you can just inch them forward a little bit. So this is a really nice stretch for the right side, and you'll feel a little bit of compression and massage on the left side, right into the tummy. Forehead can be down onto the mat or onto a block. One kind of just hovers here. I'll take a breath in. And exhale, nice full exhale here. If you're ever challenged with the even inhales and exhales, you just make that exhale a little bit or a lot longer than your inhale. So we're trying to get out of that daily breath practice. Out of that fight or flight and into rest and digest. Come back to center. Make yourself comfy here. You can have knees together in child's pose. You can separate those knees. We'll take a breath in. And on the exhale, walk the hands over to the right. You can do that little inch forward if you like, just intensifying the stretch on that left side, right into the shoulder, and you might feel it go all the way down the ribs. Take a breath in and exhale. Inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, we come back into tabletop position. We're going to walk those knees forward and then make your way just into easy pose, into a cross-legged position. Make yourself comfy. You can always sit up on a block here or onto a pillow. If you're feeling really tight here, right in your hip flexors, you just sit up on something just to give you a little bit more ease in this pose. Okay, take a breath in. And on the exhale, we're just hinging forward, coming down really, really gentle hip stretch. Once you feel a nice little stretch, it's okay, your booty might pop up a little bit. You can let the head hang down, do a little rock side to side. And then use the hands and we'll walk your body up. We'll straighten the legs out into staff pose. Give a little wiggle out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. You put that other foot in front. Make yourself comfy. You want to even out that hip stretch here. And then take a breath in. And on the exhale, just hinge forward. Once you come down, let the face and the jaw relax here. If you are a jaw clencher, bring your tongue between your teeth or to the back of your top teeth. It's a really nice way to retrain your jaw to relax. Do rock side to side. Very gentle hip stretch. Feel that a bit into your low back. And then use the hands to walk your body up. Let's straighten those legs out. Give them a little wiggle out. From here, we're going to come down onto our backs. I'm going to reverse sit up, but you do not have to. You can roll onto one side. You can flop your way down, whatever you like. So reverse sit up, you can have hands just outside the knee, behind, or here. Tall spine. Take a breath in. On the exhale, you're going to do a little scoop. It's like you're doing a really tight pair of pants, and that just helps that low back to round as you make your way down. So I'm going to exhale, rolling down. Chin is away from the chest, so I'm not over flexing here. As my feet start to crop up, I walk my feet forward. I feel that work creep up the six-pack abs. And I'm going to go all the way with the hands. There we go. Reaching the arms overhead and the feet toward the front of the mat. wiggle out. This is the officially on pose, whether you're laying down or standing up. There we go. And then from here, keep your hips where they are. We are going to walk the hands and the feet over to the left as far as you like. I call this one banana asana. So creating that banana or crescent moon shape with your body. You can cross your right foot over the left. You can grab onto that right wrist. Just give a little love here. We're not tugging very hard on the shoulder. You can have the eyes closed and you just relax here for a few breaths. See, as I inhale, I'm inflating the belly, the chest, the lungs. Like a three-dimensional breath, and then on that exhale, I'm letting everything out. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, come back to center. Uncross those feet, big stretch out. Let those yawns out if they're in there. And on your exhale, we'll go over to the other side. Watch it. Full head there on the floor. You can cross that left foot over the right. You can grab onto the left wrist. Remember, we're not tugging very hard on the shoulder. And if this doesn't feel very kind for your shoulders, you can always have one or both arms down by your side. So you're still getting a really beautiful stretch into the left side here. And once again, a little bit of compression, a little bit of massage on the right side. Just take a few breaths here. Let your body relax. Inhale. Exhale. We're coming back to center. Uncrossing those legs. Big stretch out. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. I like to lift my hips and just rest my low back. Press my low back onto the mat. And then I'll hug the knees in toward the chest and do a little rock side to side. You can do circles here. So you want like circle in one direction. We always go in the other direction just so we're evening out those movement patterns. Always not working those muscles in the same way. And then back to center. Hug the knees in. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Just lengthen out the back of the neck. Lower the shoulders, the head down. Knees are going right over the hips. My legs are in tabletop position, just firing those abs up. If that bothers the hips, you just bring the knees in just a little bit. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, let's go over to the right. Use a bolster here if you need to, under that right thigh or in between, maybe a pillow in between the knees if you're getting lots of tension onto the left side. Left shoulder stays down the best that you can. You can have your right hand on the left knee. You can take the gaze over to the left. You can have eyes open, eyes closed, whatever you like here. Just let your body relax. Face and jaw are tension free. Letting those thoughts go. They get in there, you let them in, you let them go. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, come back to center. So I usually bring like one knee and then the other, but you can bring both back at the same time. I hug the knees in and do a little rock side to side. And then I'll come back to center, back into tabletop, arms out to the side. And on the exhale, I give those thighs a gentle squeeze and I'll lower the knees over to the left. I work on keeping that right shoulder onto the mat. You bring that left hand onto the right knee. You can take the gaze or just turn your head over to the right. Have the eyes closed if you like and let your body relax here. Full exhale. If you ever find that you can't fully exhale, it just means you're not hanging out in the right spot for your body right now. And every day is different, so one day something may feel fantastic, another day maybe not so fantastic. So always listening to your body and your breath. Your breath is like that guide through which you practice. On your exhale now, let's come back to center. So bring the right and the left, hug the knees in. I'm gonna bring my forehead up toward my knees again just because I love the neck stretch and I feel that into the low back here. And then I'll lower down the shoulder, the head. Straightening the legs out. Send those feet as far apart as you like. Arms go by your side. Nice comfy spot for your shoulders. Make yourself comfortable here. You can have the eyes closed. I like to have my palms facing up. Really helps once again to relax those shoulders. And let your body relax. Scan your body, see where any tension is, where you're hanging on to that tension. And since we're not moving here, getting ready for Shavasana, you use the breath here. Nice big exhale. And release that tension. Let your body relax onto your mat. You want to empty, clear the mind. I know the thoughts, they're in there. They want to get you up off the mat. Let them in, let them go. Enjoy being right here, right now. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be for the next few minutes. Just right here, right now on your mat. The thoughts get in there, like I said. Don't attach anything to them. And enjoy your Shavasana and all of the wonderful things you have done for yourself in about the last 30 minutes or so. And thank you so much for practicing with me. You can stay here as long as you like. Thanks for showing your body, your mind, your soul. So lots of love and gratitude. And thank you so much for sharing your energy. Whether you're here, whether you're at home, I feel it. And most of all, I thank you for letting me practice, letting me into your homes. Be kind, be well, be nice to each other, take care of yourself. Namaste.